listen, nonprofit does not mean broke, okay? And what I mean by that is I remember when I went into the nonprofit arena and decided to pursue my master's in nonprofit management, I had a tough decision. I was like, oh my gosh, am I gonna be able to sustain myself or whichever? But I want to remind you that ultimately what happens is with a nonprofit organization, the profits go right back into the mission of the organization. So staffing is part of needs of making sure that your mission of your organization is fulfilled. So ultimately, yes, you can work your position full time. Some of the tips that I want to give you is to make sure that you build the infrastructure of your organization and have it laid on a solid foundation. You hear us oftentimes talk about that, building your infrastructure, building your capacity, right? And it's essential because you want to be able to have a strong organization, and then also when you have funding come into your organization, being able to keep it and continue to increase the funds so that you can increase the impact of your organization. You also want to make sure that you have the right people, processes, and systems in place. You hear me talk about this a lot, and it is essential in order to make sure that your organization is constantly in a position to continuously grow. So taking a look at that, because you don't want to get into a position where you are working in your nonprofit full time, but you're wearing all the hats within your organization that you're unable to fulfill the role as an executive director. So remember, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, let's go together. So that's what we at the Nonprofit Enthusiast team is to help you go far so you don't have to do it alone. Pick up the phone, schedule a call with us. We're here to support you. And another thing I want to just remind you of is remember that your board is going to assist in setting your compensation and making sure that it's reasonable. So it's not like you're going to just come up with your own pay and then, risk being audited and all these other things. Your board will be a part of this process of setting your compensation along with your entire organization. So yes, you can do it. Remember, in impossible, it says what? I'm possible. So go out there and be great.